So this video is not a tutorial, but it's to let you know what worked, what didn't, and what I'm planning for 2026. I'm going to be sharing some real business lessons that I learned throughout the year and what I'm going to be doing differently. This reflection really does help, especially for creative business owners. Hi, I'm Diane, the owner and creator of Vermont Lavender, and welcome to my channel. So I do have some notes here, so if you see me looking down, that is what it is. What I worked this year. So number one is staying consistent on YouTube. So planning my videos, doing them every single week does help with the consistency of being on YouTube. Even doing the community tab, doing that really helped out. Also because I get some feedback. So that was one thing that really worked well. And also doing my Pinterest, that really does. The other thing, number two, is shifting from, I want to shift from just doing demonstrations and tutorials on how to make things to understanding why you would use this natural ingredient of lavender or chamomile or calendula and how to use them so you have better results with the products that you do make when you understand what you're using and how to use it. Thirdly is listening to customer feedback. So it really does help with customers coming in and listening to how they love the product, the packaging, what worked for them, and then also the struggles that they're having with their own skin. So that really does help me in my business. And then also the reviews that have been left, the kind reviews on YouTube and also on my website, and the emails that I receive from my customers, and also talking to them on the phone when they choose, specific gift products for their recipients, and how they love to have those products, and it really makes them happy and stuff like that. So I got a lot of compliments. So that's what really worked. What didn't work, and okay, so this is funny. I do use chat, and it's an AI program that I use to help me plan my business, but also ideas and all that stuff. And so what chat recognized is I have things that I've been struggling with. So one is not planning far enough in advance. So that is my number one downfall, because that affects other things. So planning is a big thing. And then too many seasons, so the scents, the designs, the holidays, and not planning well enough to throw out the season for that. So that has been an issue. So those are the three things. See, I'm a little scatterbrained even doing this video. So with not planning far enough in advance, let me just read this real quick. So feeling rushed into the season. Sometimes especially this holiday Christmas season, even though I did have my Black Friday planner that really helped me out, sending those emails was a number one bonus for me. And hopefully if you've purchased that, it has helped you out too. And then also wishing I started earlier. I made the ornament bath bomb, and I made that a while ago, but I just almost barely the past couple weeks got that on the shelf. So that's not planning far enough ahead of projects that I want to make, but also when I want to have them launched. When I do a product launch, I definitely want it to be a calmer time and work more smoothly. So number two is trying to do too many things at once. I have a lot of good ideas, and I care deeply about the product that I make. I care deeply about the customer when they receive it or they use the product. So that really does matter to me, because I really do care about the end user and how my customer feels, and I want it to work for them. And then saying yes to too many things, so it puts me in a lot of different directions. This shows, so for me, chat has noticed, summarized, that it's too many projects for me that are overlapping. So I'm doing too many things, and I'm not having enough time to actually complete them. And then feeling mentally scattered. So yes, I do feel that sometimes, definitely. And I don't know if you feel like that too sometimes in your business or just in life general. And then needing to actually pull back because I cannot accomplish that project. So it's just like, okay, I can't do that, so I have to scrap that. and do it next month or next year. I'm focusing on planning ahead instead of actually reacting to the seasons or the ideas that I come up with or the videos that I watch. Oh, I want to do that too. So planning ahead more and focusing more on quarterly planning versus weekly planning. So that'll help me section, okay, this quarter, this is what I want to get done. This is what I need to actually have it done by this month. And then I'm being more intentional of fewer launches that I want to actually sell to my customer base. Like I just made some CBD bath bombs, but that I made for myself. It's something I won't sell to the public. That is something having fewer launches. So there'll be certain products that I'm going to make that I'll sell to the consumer, and then there's going to be products that I make just for me. Also, it's like testing too, a lot of it when you make it for yourself. And then also more importantly is leaving time for rest and creativity. Is that January and July are good times because July is a little bit slower in the year and January is too. So I think those are good times actually for me to sit back and rest and think about, what do I want to do for the year? And then it also breaks up the year. So I don't mean to put the stops there, but January and July, so it kind of does that. And then creating systems for a better workflow. One thing that became very clear to me is I actually need to plan better. So that's why I created a yearly planner. And if you're feeling this way too, maybe that may be something that can help you too. And I will leave a link for that in the description box below. If you are also reflecting on the past year, you're not alone. And I just want to say thank you for watching and subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.